Start by introducing yourself.
My name's Thomas Broadhead and I run Tourism Board Unofficiale, which is I'm going to take these off actually, it's just a bit of fun. We tell stories about our locality through merchandise, through media, through great design, through great storytelling.
What was it kind of like born out of?
First of all, we're going through a big merch moment generally. I think people are cottoning on to the fact that, like...
Pun intended.
Pun absolutely intended. There are a lot of landmarks, events, companies, places, things that people are really passionate about that would very easily translate into clothing, but also into the media to accompany it. And I had always wanted to make more film, photography, media about this place. And if you combine the two together, then you're sort of elevating the profile of the place. Brands, so for instance, Macclesfield Sheepdog Trials, Corner Shop Coffee, Kickback Coffee, Cheshire Matterhorn, these things that are very wearable are super niche, and the more niche they are, the more popular they can be. It was wearing my Macclesfield Sheepdog Trials cap in where I used to live in Amsterdam, and people clocking it and going, that's really cool. I think that the joy of doing something like this is that we're still a little bit like an agency, tapping into like, what does this collaboration, what do their audience stand for? What does Corner Shop Running Club's audience stand for? That's really unhelpful. Different products and different partnerships can, I suppose, tap into the sub-communities underneath that. So that might be around a particular sport, a particular locality, and hopefully...
The window is going to...
No.
You have some serious faith in that table.
That's an old door from in my house. We'll keep going. We shall persevere.
Obviously, so much of marketing is like knowing who your customers are. It's really great that you have like sort of different customer bases that you can tap into and like understand.
But I think that knowing who your customer is it's an interesting question of like, how do you get to that point? And I think a lot of companies would do it with data. But there's another side to it, which is it's about being out there in the community and seeing what's going on, quite simply. Data and online insights are really, really important, but there is a lot to be said for gauging the mood of a place, speaking to people. I think you can get overly carried away with data to the point that it can kill your creativity. If you have a vision, if you know you want the way you want something to go, that vision will, I think, take you a lot further than just trying to anticipate what your customer wants. But it requires more faith, doesn't it? The other side to it is that I think that a lot of businesses, they're so deep on their topic, they can't see what does the customer actually care about. Marketing is still about entertaining people. My great belief has always been, if you're having fun, the person who's watching is probably having fun as well. Yeah. That really will come through to the people who are watching your stuff. In
that sense, do you feel like people take marketing a little bit too seriously? Do you feel like they need to be a bit more playful?
I think playfulness is an attractive way to do marketing, and I think that like creativity in its essence should be and is playful. I don't think marketing takes itself too seriously. I just think that you have to ask yourself a question of just like very simply, why do people care? Playfulness or fun is like only one, I suppose it's only one vehicle of marketing. If you substitute it out for thought leadership, if you're telling someone something they did not know and they didn't realize they needed to know, and that's a real revelation, then yeah, perhaps you don't need playfulness because you're inspiring someone in another way.
What has been your biggest challenge as a business owner?
Maintaining an income, a lifestyle, whilst trying to get this thing off the ground. That's a real challenge. Also, I think it's similar to what Pete said about Corner Shop. It's like doing everything for the first time. Pete probably knew more about coffee than I knew about screen printing. I started with going on a course at Macclesfield College. Even if you're doing it for the first time, if you seek the opportunity, make the connections, the tenacity will carry you through. We've gone from messing up so much stuff here to 85–90% success rate on the screen printing we do. That's not bad going in the whatever it is, 90 days since we started up here.
I think a lot of people have this idea that like when you're in your own business, it's like, are you part-timer?
Full-time employment suits many, many people for many different reasons and many skill sets, but it shouldn't be underestimated. It does take graft. And it's lonely to begin with as well. Like, I spend countless hours in here on my own, and when I first started out and was messing it up left, right and centre, there'd be an absolute despair on my own. No one to talk to about it. I'm literally seeing myself losing money every time I mess something up. That's a pretty intense thing to deal with and do on your own, and the regular crisis of confidence that comes with that is not a lot of fun. You don't have a superior to go and talk to about it, and if you mess it up, you might not be able to pay yourself at the end of the month. It's like having another relationship. I'm in a relationship with this business, and sometimes it can feel like you're rowing, sometimes it can feel like you're madly in love. Feels like it's getting closer.